I'm Chef G from the Culinary School of Fort Worth, and today I'm going to show you how to fabricate a pork loin. So the first thing you want to do with your pork loin is you want to get it, take it, and dry it out. I'm going to move over to my cutting board. I like to use paper towels because they're easier to throw away, a little more sanitary. You can also find these pork loins at Walmart and a lot of different places for really cheap. They're about $20 to $25 wherever you go. The reason why I'm drying it off is it makes the cutting board really slippery, and it makes it very dangerous whenever I'm trying to cut it up in pieces. Okay, so now I'm ready to begin. So on the bottom side, you're gonna notice there's gonna be a chain right here along this side, and sometimes there's a few little pieces on the other side that we gotta clean up. So we're gonna start there first. So I'm gonna rotate it so the chain is closer to me. Keep my hand dry, knife hand dry. And so I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna start cutting right underneath this chain. And after I separate a little bit, come back and keep the separation. Just forward a little bit. And on this side, you can see the meat's getting a little bit darker color. And you get a lot more silver skin inside of there. We're gonna keep going there. We're gonna keep separating that from the main pork loin. Alright, now that we removed our first chain, this piece right here is really good for grinding and turning into ground pork for hamburgers and for other things. Take my knife off, put the cutting board. Alright, now we're back to the top. So some people like to have the skin on, keep the fat on. Some people like to keep the silver skin on. I'm going to show you how to do both. So I'm going to cut this in half. Place this piece right here. And to remove the silver skin, or the fat, you want to start where the fat and the silver skin begins. Get a little cut underneath it. And you want to pull the fat and silver skin the opposite way of your knife. Helps you get underneath. Keeping your knife tilted upwards towards the silver skin the entire time. After you get that piece, just come back and keep trimming. Alright, so next I want to show you how to pan sear a pork chop. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of oil in our pan. And you want to get your pan to where it's just starting to smoke. And my pan has already been slightly preheated. So it's not going to take too much time to get a little bit of smoke in there. Alright, catching the faintest views of smoke. So now I'm just going to put the pork down. I'm going to put one end down. I'm going to roll it away from me so that the oil doesn't burn me. Making sure that all the center touches. I'm going to turn that pan down just a little bit. Okay, so while that's pan searing, I'm going to show you what happens if you don't do that correctly. For example, this one right here is whenever we have our pan way too hot. If it's smoking already before we put the pork in there, you notice this dark ring forms on the outside. That's because the protein shrinks up and it won't let the center touch. The one right here is with no fat on there. This one we put straight on the pan with no oil. You can tell on this side it looks really brown, but it's really tough and really hard. It's really different than a proper Maillard reaction. Same thing on this side. This one is the fat was too cold, so we got our pan, we had our oil, but it was too cold whenever we did it. You can kind of see the same thing as the ring before, how it doesn't really properly pan sear the whole piece. This one right here is when the pork was still wet from the packaging juice. We didn't pat dry it down. And you can see those little spots start to develop all over the place. That's where the water pockets were boiling. And this one's the ideal for us. This one's the nice pan sear. Alright, and that's how you pan sear pork chops. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to grill the pork chop. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take a towel or a rag or a heat temp grill brush, and you want to get some oil on there. What you want to do is put the oil right on the spot on the grill where you are going to be grilling it. So we got that, that's it. Next, you want to apply just a little bit of oil to the piece of meat you're going to be cooking. So here I'm going to put just enough oil to coat the outside of the meat, not too much. If you put too much, it's going to start smoking on you. I'm going to show you what that looks like here in just a second. It needs a few drops of oil. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece, and what we're going to do is I'm going to lay it flat on the grill, right where we oiled it. So now I'm going to show you what happens if you put too much oil on a piece of pork. Then we go to the grill. You're going to notice that it starts to flame up, it starts to smoke, and you start to get build up black soot around the pork chop. So now what we're going to do is we have our first grill marks made. Now we're going to turn the pork 45 degrees to make our diamonds on the pork chop. Tighten that a little bit. We're going to flip this guy over just a little bit. And there you go. There is how you put your diamonds on a pork chop proper way. And this is how you don't put the diamonds on a pork chop properly. You see all the black smoke and build up on there from the oil. Alright, so this is how you pan sear and grill a pork chop. Thank you very much for watching, and check out our other how-to videos.